the way how we are reflects the character of God.
Yeah.
The way how we look, I know for a fact that my God is not dressing pop down, looking broken up. No.
Not with the booty shorts.
No, absolutely not. That is not, I just don't think that that's the way how God would present himself. Yes, become all thing to all men, but it's an intention. What are we dressing for?
Yeah.
So I think modesty is not just about your clothing. It's also about your heart.
Yeah.
It's not about covering up out of shame, but it's dressing a way that reflects God's dignity, his confidence. When it said it's not just about your body, it's not about your outward, it's about your heart and respect for yourselves and other people. I would not want to go into a room dressed in a certain way where it's disrespectful to the other women in the room.
Yeah.
Or it's disrespectful to, the married men in the room. Or even just men, dressing a certain way. It's disrespectful to other people. I wouldn't want to do that. I don't think God would want me to do that.
Right.
So that's not something that I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I think if you really just take yourself out of yourself and stop thinking about, you and, hey, so this looks good and this is what I'm going to wear. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think it really, really plays on your heart. It really works on your heart and your internal character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And my final question, this was another one for me. It's practical tips on self-care, but with a biblical perspective. Now, I remember last week, Brianna and I talked about yoga, and that was one thing I'm like, I can't do yoga and read the Bible. And she's like, no, read the Bible and do your yoga and incorporate that. So that's what I wanted to hear, how can we, find those real practical self-care tips?
Yeah. I think one thing that I've implemented was I got the Haven app, and you can add it on your lock screen. Okay. And it does the verse of the day. And I also have the Bible app, which has the notification of the Bible verse of the day, Yeah. And so even if I'm running around rampant, this time of year has been really busy for my work. So having just that split moment of I can read a verse, having that, like I said, reading the word renews your mind, right? So even just reading that can alter the rest of my day.
Yeah.
And learning that. And I also think I've seen this thing, and it makes me want to cry sometimes, but I've seen this thing where if you find a small picture of yourself, just a little small one, and it's from when you were 4 years old, and you have it somewhere where you can look at it every day. I know some people put it on a bathroom mirror, or sometimes people put it on their desk or on their nightstand or whatever, and taking the time to sit there and look at that little girl and being would she be happy, with what I'm doing? Would she be proud of me? Would she look at me and be like, wow, that is a godly woman. Wow, that is someone that I'm looking up to that I want to be someday. If she is, you think that she's looking at you saying, good job, I want to be you one day, then you're doing the right thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just think, looking at your younger self and being wow, what would that little girl say?
I'm definitely going to go home and do that.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it tore me apart the first time I did it. It tore me apart.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I have a whole list of things, people that I sat down and I'm like, this is something that we should do. So I'm going to just read it real quick. All right, I think we really need to prioritize rest. So this is coming from someone who doesn't sleep. So you should know. Yes. Prioritize rest. Make time to rest and sleep and honor the Sabbath. When are you going to church? Are you taking time out to, go worship? Yeah. Unplug, not doing anything, just go and worship and serve the Lord. Are we doing that?